This morning on Wake Up Nigeria, and today we are reviewing Issue is Not Satan, written by Ayonkola Ayonwuyi. He is committed to preserving Africa's rich cultural heritage through films and digital content creation. It is indeed a pleasure to have you in the studio with us. How are you doing?
I'm good, thank you. Good morning.
This is a conversation people have been having for a very long time now. Issue is not Satan, it's a lie. Issue is Satan. No, issue is Satani, and all of that. So it's actually very pleasing for me that somebody has finally put pen to paper and made a book out of it. This is a book that one might think, oh, in a few lines you can explain this, but I love the fact that you really went in depth, tried to explain the concept of issue and how it differs from Satani, even establishing from the introduction where the confusion started. You know, the translation of the English Bible to Yoruba Bible by Bishop Samuel Ajayi Crowther of blessed memory, and the error of replacing Satan with issue instead of simply using Satani, which is what we now know it to be, and how for decades now, even over a century, people still insist that issue is Satan. Tell us more about that.
Well, because we are programmed, it's intentional, kind of intentional. They really want to blackmail us or want to, you know, overshadow or put underneath what really represents us, what makes us who we are. Because issue is a very important anomaly in the Yoruba pantheon.
Absolutely.
Every house, every Babalawo, Olorisha, they have issue in their household because issue is a messenger of communication. Issue is many things in many ways, but issue is importantly a messenger. Like communication is in charge of many planes, like two planes. For example, issue is in between us like this. Is representing the balance. Issue is the one ensuring that what I'm saying, you are able to decode it. So because of that, issue is very important, and they discover that everywhere you go in the Yoruba land, you find issue. Maybe that's why they want to demonize it.
As a terrible being,
and you know, so that every other thing can be suppressed, and that was how it began. But issue in itself, when we want to talk about the etymology, how the word come to be, linguistically, issue means issue, what brings us together. Because essentially issue is an anomaly that directs goodness to us. You know, there are two parallel forces in the Yoruba system. We have a concept called concept of TVC, which is what we loosely call good and bad. But good and bad are not necessarily the opposite of each other. Good and bad are just the balance of life, are just the opposite of life. Imagine what life would be. You're talking to me, and nobody is hearing you. You're just talking.
And I can see your lips moving.
Yes.
And I can even see your movements, but nothing is being heard.
That is imbalance. So there has to be, you know, a communication. There has
God
to
of
be
communication.
Yeah,
like,
well, not God, is Orisha.
Orisha is
yes,
what? Yeah,
because
well,
God doesn't represent.
Loosely translated to English, Orisha is a deity.
Yeah,
right?
Yes. I think that's
and
better.
Then, and then for many people, when they say, okay, the gods of Yoruba land, I know quite well that I've heard it being said, okay, there's Shango.
And you know, because it's Western idea, if you say God now, it will be in the mind of a lot of people that we have many gods. So and it would sync with the Western idea of Bible that God they have many gods. There's only, the Yoruba only know one God, which is Olodumare.
Yes.
And this issue, they are the Iromale, they are the ancestors, they had lived on this earth before. And the like Obatala or Shun, we have three children of Obatala, of Eshu, of Oromila, who are still living today.
Yes.
If you trace your ancestral lineage, you might be from one. Of course, definitely, you have to be from one, because they are forefathers, they are ancestors. We come from them, and so this is why we need to understand all of this and connect to who really we are, our identity. You know, so that's why I bring together the book to educate people and shed light on the identity of issue itself.
This is a treasure, and I recommend it for Yoruba folks. Issue is not Satan. It delves into much more than what the title says, and I certainly recommend it. It's very interesting. I'm also interested in Ifa. We'll talk about that right after.
Okay.
At this point, though, We have to take a break. You're watching Wake Up Nigeria. Stay with us. We'll be right back.